When I see the word tenant, to me that's like dyslexic for bastard.
Gordon McGuinness used to be a successful IT consultant working in the city. He lives in this block of flats in South London.
In my heyday, when I was working in the city, for instance, I mean, I probably earned in 1 year about 85,000. On a bad year, I was earning 60,000.
With things going well, Gordon invested in a second property. He bought another flat in the same building, 2 floors up from his own. In 1994, Mr. James Osho became Gordon's tenant. The rent was £550 a month.
Well, initially, I thought he was a really nice, friendly guy. My God, how first impressions can be deceiving.
3 months into his tenancy, Osho applied for housing benefit. Lambeth Council agreed to pay a portion of his rent, leaving Osho to make up the shortfall. Unfortunately for Gordon, Osho has never paid his share of the rent, and Lambeth Council's contributions only arrived sporadically.
I was never ever getting the full rent. At one point I didn't receive a single penny in rent for 27 months.
Gordon wanted his tenant out, but this would prove to be far from easy. Recent changes in the law have given landlords more power to evict troublesome tenants. Unfortunately for Gordon, Osho signed his tenancy agreement under the old rules, which meant Gordon needed to prove severe rent arrears.
Why should I not be able to get myself back on a financial footing by evicting him and renting that place out to someone who would be paying their bills? Why should I not be getting some sort of protection from the law?
Between 1998 and 2002, Gordon has taken Osho to court twice. Both times he's failed to secure his eviction because, at the last minute, Lambeth Council have made late payments to Gordon. These payments were never enough to clear Gordon's debts, but they were enough to persuade the courts that Osho didn't have severe rent arrears.
Top money would appear in my bank account with a letter. I couldn't even if they sent me a cheque, I could say, I'm not accepting this, I want that tenant out. So they saved him about 4 or 5 times.
Gordon finds himself utterly trapped. It's been 3 years since his last court hearing. His health has suffered. He no longer works, and his finances are out of control.
I owe well over £20,000 in credit cards, bills. I'm scared. I'm really, really scared to open letters because I'm in financial ruin. He and the council and the laws in this country have ruined my life. Now I'm looking at the possibility that I have got to put my place up for sale.
Gordon's last hope lies with Paul Shamplina, who runs this company in North London, which helps landlords evict troublesome tenants.
The effect that a bad tenant has on a landlord can be terrible. We're like Samaritans here at Landlord Action. We're all landlords here ourselves, and we're very blunt, we're very to the point, and we're very proactive. And our mentality is that 80% of tenants don't actually pay the rent in the end. Our mentality is that we'll get your property back for you as quickly as possible. You can try and relet it, try and sell it. It's a damage limitation process.
Paul believes Gordon has a strong case against Mr. Osho. He's over £20,000 in rent arrears, and this time Gordon is not receiving any housing benefit from the council.
The last rent that he has received was in March 2004, and we believe that housing benefit now won't pay any rent arrears.
Lambeth Council has confirmed this in a letter to Gordon, which states that because Osho never returned his forms, they closed his file in April 2004. So Osho is living in Gordon's flat rent-free. Paul begins stage 1 of the eviction process. He's serving Osho with notice to quit the property.
We want to try and serve notice to him by hand and make sure he's got no excuse that he's received the notice. We're just waiting for the nod, and when he comes down the stairs, that we're going to all run out and catch him and serve a notice.
Oh, just over there.
We need to make sure that he can't see us when he comes down the fire escape. His bike's at the bottom of the fire escape. There's a bush just covering the bike bicycle. Hold on, seeing a guy with a bike. I think we've missed him.
Paul's not defeated. He moves to plan B.
The next best thing is I want to serve the notice twice so that he can't deny receiving it. That's one done. I'm going to go round to the front and put it through his letterbox now. Well, he's served now.
And finally, Paul phones Osho to tell him he's been served with notice to leave.
Hello, Mr. Osso. Yeah, hi, this is landlord action. We've just served notice at your property on behalf of the landlord in respect of the outstanding rent. What we do, Mr. Osso, is that we evict bad tenants. You won't be vacating it. You can evict an assured tenant if there's rent arrears, and because the rent arrears are so... Okay? All right then. Okay, bye-bye. He actually sounds very articulate, and he knows the law. He would know the law because he's had 2 previous court cases. Whether I should think that he will respond to my notice, and he will try and play for time. Now it's a case of watching and waiting, see how the tenant responds. I think the tenant's going to write me a letter or to try and string things out a little bit, and then we can issue court proceedings, and I'm confident that we'll be able to get him out.
If I could sit here right now and talk to you in 6 months' time to the day and say I've got an eviction, then I won't be the happiest man alive, but I'll feel like they've taken 2 big anvils off my shoulders.
Eventually, Paul from Landlord Action got Gordon his possession order. Mr. Osho left the flat on the 26th of April 2006.